you guys. How are you? Just kind of looking at your chat right now. I am so glad to be here with you guys as well. This is long overdue, and holy cow, welcome all new subscribers. What a treat to wake up to. Holy cow. And thank you to Melissa Free Range Psychic for the shout out. I really appreciate it. And for all of you lurkers there, my dear lurkers, I think I'm at like 973 subscribers. If you all could just hit subscribe and help push me over the 1,000 subscriber mark, I'd really, really appreciate it. Okay? So what a day. What a day. We had a new moon in Pisces last night. We still have this really tender, sweet energy that got trampled on from the White House today. And I was just wondering what was going to take off with this chart that would be like over the skies of Washington, D.C. and the United States that would be talked about. And I got my answer today. So welcome all new subscribers. Welcome to Quiet Like the Forest, formerly Queen's Tarot. My name is Regina, and I don't care. You know, you can call me Regina. You can call me Queen still. That is still a term of endearment from our earlier days. And plus, you know, Regina means queen in Latin. So that's that. Let's see. Let me say hello to you guys. You're very chatty. Hi, Rosemary. And Just Joy. And Martha's playing with her dog. Yay! Hi, Stace. Regina. Hi, Marie. Oh, my goodness. I am so sorry about your nephew. That is crazy. She's having a rough go with everything. I need to believe in humanity right now. We are really like at a tipping point. I don't know if you guys can feel that. I mean, it's just like you can just kind of feel the world is just pointed in one direction. And this new moon Pisces kicks off eclipse season. So everything we were working on now carries us to the full moon eclipse. So this is a really powerful new moon in Pisces. It's probably one of the kindest and most loving new moons we're going to have for a while because it's been kind of crazy. So we're just going to really steep in this energy. There's a lot of things we need to talk about. And then in the second half, we will write out some new moon wishes. So at the new moon, what happens is that the sun and the moon are joined together in the sky. We cannot see the moon in the sky because the sun is behind it and it blocks it out of our vision. The only times we see that moon is when we have a solar eclipse. But because it's not perfectly aligned with our planet, that's why we don't see it. Okay, so the ancients knew this. The farmers knew this. This is what the Farmer's Almanac is based upon with their planting seasons and developing the best crops they possibly could. All the farmers knew at the new moon, that's the time to plant your seeds because it's a new time of energy. And it's like all the plants and the animals and everything is tuned into this new start. And so that's why it's really important to know when you're having these lunations, because you know when to shift things and shift into another gear and change and do this instead of just, run around kind of crazy and trying to figure out how it all goes together. So when I had Queen's Tarot, we would write out our new moon wishes. And what would happen, I had to turn this down. And what would happen, I love this because you could just feel the synergy of this group. And for those of you catching this on the replay, we are carving out a huge stream of creative energy. And even if you're catching this on the replay, we've started this and you will be easily able to catch a ride and, use that energy to give that much oomph to your creations, okay? So we write them out and what I like to do, and you guys always come up with really great ideas. So if you don't have to wait for me to start writing to write your new moon wishes. If you're in the chat and you just want to say something that you wish for about you, okay? Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So it is like, it's the whole. We are the last sign, we're at the last degrees. Holy cow. There is just so much finality here. But also, Pisces is that very gentle, sweet, cleansing sign that serves to kind of like just get rid of what we don't need. I always think this time of year, it reminds me of like a shoreline, like of a river or a lake or, a pond, where everything is melting and we kind of see what's been underneath the snow or what's been underneath like all the leaves and everything. And it's kind of dirty. Well, when you get those waves lapping along the shoreline, which is just so sweet, eventually it wipes things clear and clean. And that is kind of the cleansing action of Pisces, okay? Let's see. Hi, Caroline. I know, what a day. Zelensky is a legend. Oh my gosh. They are going to regret so badly their behavior in the White House. They can't take that back. That is on video. Everybody saw it, and you can just add it to that list of things that is going to drive them out, where people, again, just have had enough. There's a lot of the MAGA GOP that adore Zelensky and Ukraine, and this has so many people infuriated on the other side. And like I've been saying, this is what it's going to take to get that other side and us to come together and unify and take our country back. Yay, Damon Burns caught alive. Hi, Just Joy and Ellen and Antoinette's granddaughter, Charlie C. Gloria Dean, Louisa, Purple Sky. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Hi, Teresa and Connie Morris. Glenn Johnson from NYC. Connie B. Just kidding. Hi, Denise. Julia. She's here. I think, isn't it your team that's playing tonight? Karen, lucky who has live right now. Yes, Teresa Dew, Virginia. Cynthia Pierce from Chicago. Hi, Paisley. Hi, Electra. Hello, pros. Let's see, Vegan Aries. Did I get all you guys? Oh my goodness. Hi, Jennifer, Suzanne, Wendy, Amy. Yes, so hello, you guys. And so I know that was very upsetting with what happened today. And like I said, it kind of tramples on all this delicate energy. So we're going to just have to pull it in, kind of put all that crazy chaos mania on hold, because we really want to work this energy. It is really interesting what is happening here. So let me look at my notes. Let's see. Oh, you know what else I love about this new moon Pisces? That we're going to do all these intentions and wishes. And about a day or so, maybe two, when you look at the western horizon during sunset, you will see that sliver of a moon. My daughter and I, we call it the fairy tale moon. And that is like the opening. It cracks open, and it's like you can almost feel your dreams and wishes starting to peek through. Let's see. Oh, that started automatically. Can you guys hear my music? It is, I'm able to use it, so I just want to make sure you guys can hear it. I am one. The new moon wish, most benevolent outcome for my major medical crisis and probable surgery soon. Prayers and good wishes requested. Pisces is a healing sign. And it also rules spaces of hospitals, prisons, and spirituality. Oh, Connie B, you cannot hear any of the music. Okay. I'll turn that up a little bit more. I am really warm. Just a second. I'm going to see if I can open my window a little bit. You know, we got above freezing, and now I'm hot all the time. I'm going to crack that. Okay. Purple sky. You can hear my music. I got to turn it down just a little bit. I think I'm going to go back to watercolor. Okay. There's that. We did that. So, we are just so on the cusp of so much. Okay, so tomorrow, these are some things we need to keep in mind, because what we're really going to do here, we are pre-paving like the next 6 months. We are in eclipse season. We have this 29-degree mark in Pisces that is going to be active through, I think, August and September. Beyond all the outer planets are shifting into new signs. This is insane. So, you know, and it's like a brand new start, and this energy is up for grabs, and it's up for grabs for everybody. And Don Julio, this chart is so bad for him. It's so bad for him, DC, and also at the Mar-a-Lago. Okay. I want to give you a date, April 25th. Mars is going to be opposing Pluto. Clear your calendars. You know, kind of maybe avoid people, or if you're with people, watch for things can get explosive really quickly. Things can just go sideways really fast out of the blue. Okay. We have Mars direct. I am loving it. Mercury goes retrograde on March. Oh, Jesus. On March 14th, I think the 13th is the day of the budget has to be approved. We're looking at funding. The 14th is our eclipse, and that is also when Mercury retrogrades. That's why I don't think this is going to go through for them, because Mercury is going to be wobbly, and Don Julio is always, that's his ruling planet. He always goes very sour, things go south quickly with him around those days. And then Venus, like I said, is retrograde tomorrow. And so that's really going to test you and your sense of self-worth and value. And it's going to be a challenge. This is where you might be feeling left out, not listened to, not heard. I always say that when Venus is retrograde, it's like there's no love in the air and everybody's trying to reach for it. And Venus rules money. And so they have those negotiations going on. The other thing about Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde too, but especially with the Venus retrograde, this is not a good time for, cosmetic surgery. If you're doing something new, maybe not. If you're getting your hair haircut, just stick with the colors that have been working. Stick with the hairstyle that's been working, because when you do something dramatic like that during Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde, it just is not a good setup at all. It's like those things where you're like, why did I do that? And everyone kind of looks at you shocked, like, what did you do? So that's that. Stick with your routine. So this new moon Pisces is just so romantic. It is so breathtaking. And Mars, it has been sleepy and retrograde all this time. Well, now it's direct. It is very slow, but it is direct. The bottom has stopped falling out, and it's like we've got our bearings, and Mars is going to slowly go forward. And the thing is when it was retrograde, it was really working to Don Julio's favor, because he was just destroying everything, and there was nothing there to stop them, But now Mars has stabilized, it's going forward, and that look on Rubio's face in the Oval Office today says it all, how indefensible this stuff is. Venus goes retrograde. That is when you cannot defend the indefensible. You cannot pin value to things that are junk. Everybody sees through it. Nothing will stick to that. So there are a lot of sweet opportunities this month. this is such a collaborative, harmonious new moon, and it's going to give you a chance to pre-pave and handle these eclipses and all the changes. And going forward, I will definitely be doing the new moon wishes through this year. I'm really committed to that because this is crazy, crazy. And Pisces, this is the time to wish for it all. Let your imagination soar. Use your intuition. And the last thing I need to comment on is we are all, I know I keep saying this, we are all still engulfed in the haze and confusion with the configuration of Pisces and Saturn and Neptune in the North Node. It's like every single person on the planet, no matter where they are, everyone is having a sense of illusion or deception that what you think is really real, or how you really think things are set up, it isn't. There's a lot of stuff that it's going to be like, what? This was it? And that confusion can really get your ego running around in a circle and the inner dialogue going crazy. That is going to be worked through this year, but we are all in this, okay? So, how are you guys doing? I know Sue, how cool. She gave me a shout out. I loved it. Okay, wait. I need to be on the right page. Oh, I need the lives. I need to see all of you guys. Okay. Let's see. Yes, Julia's team is playing. Julia, if your team is playing at home, they have a really good chance of winning, because it's just kind of like usually when the evening hockey games start and we're in a new moon, it really favors the home teams. Or, whatever your sport is. Let's see, here we go. Oh yes, please hit the like button to drive more traffic to our live. Let's see. The bee is my spirit animal. Okay, yes, very calming. Ellen, perfect volume. Oh, Julia wants to get her historical novel done. I love it. Okay. Oh, Karen, how supportive. May you type with ease, Julia, as you finish your novel. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Julia, during Mercury retrograde, you don't want to start new contracts, start new events, start new things, but you can go back to things that you started, or go back and visit with people that you need to catch up with. That's the one thing I really like about Mercury retrograde, is you catch up with your friends from the past. It always seems like that's when I get together with my college friends. Okay, yes, Just Joy, the masks are coming off. They're coming off of the reader. Yep, politicians and journalists. Okay. Oh my gosh, Katie Fang is going to run for governor of Florida? Wow. You have spring break next week. Okay. So there's that. Okay, so I loved this quote today. This is from Sun Tzu. Because we're in this asymmetrical war and we've always been so reactionary, I wanted to have ideas that would keep us calm, keep us in the moment, and keep us protected, okay? Because it's like we keep putting ourselves out there and it's like boom, bam, bam, and we get hurt, And so, that was the reasoning for the name of this channel. I didn't want it to necessarily have tarot, but I wanted it to have a name that you could grasp in the moment and you could just say it and you could just kind of feel your body relax, okay? I think that quote, quiet like the forest, comes with swift as the wind, quiet like the forest, conquered like fire, steady as the mountain. That's all here for us for the taking. So, victory is reserved for those willing to pay its price. We know that Zelensky, all of Ukraine, Did you guys see that every morning at 9 a.m., no matter where anybody is in Ukraine, they stop. So you will see traffic coming to a stop. You'll see someone walking across a crosswalk and they stop. Wherever they are, everybody stops and they have a 1 minute moment of silence. And then they carry on with their day, which I think is just amazing. It is just so powerful. And they're willing to pay the price. Do you think Donald's cabinet, do you think Soviet JD, VP JD, do you think any of them are willing to pay the price for this guy? And for Muskrat and what they're doing? I don't think so. I don't think so. So, oh my goodness, thank you so much, just kidding. Katie Fang, isn't she the, she was a host on MSNBC, but then she got fired by, all those people, all the people who got fired and let go, because, they're people of color. They just had a mass fire, like Joy Reid went. Well, Katie Fang she was up and coming in the past year or two. I really liked her. She was usually on the weekends. Sometimes she would be a fill-in. She was really great. This whole week was brutal. So, 9 a.m. Ukraine time is 2 a.m. Eastern, so that would be 1 a.m. Central, midnight Mountain, 11 p.m. on Pacific. So if you're up, join with them in that moment of silence. Yeah, all their actions and words are a massive confession that they work for putts. And, when I started to see that dialogue, like I had to turn it off and walk away, because the other thing you could see in there, here we go, was the utter desperation that Donald has to please putts. This is kind of like, I designated this one as like my European deck, Zelensky, NATO, allies, okay? We know who this for. They are just going to regret that so much here. I'm going to move this out of the way. So, they are going to regret this so much. I think I need to write. I think I want to map out what happened today in the Oval, and we can see the dynamics going on. And the JD Vance, I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you ruined everything. Trying to be Mr. Tough Guy and didn't get a deal. It's like, Donald's always about the deal. And he ruined it. So we're going to get this out of our system about what happened today in the Oval. Okay. We know who he was trying to please, right? Oh, thank you. Such a pretty desk. He was the worst. He was the worst. I'm sorry. I am looking for the worst, do I have the worst deck? No, I don't want to touch that deck. Okay. You know what? We'll do this. He can have this one. Okay, so here's the Oval. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. DT, and then JD. Oh my gosh. Little Marco. And then we have Zelensky. He just seemed so large. And so, it's like, putts, what did you think about this? And JD's like, what did you think about this? And Marco's like, oh my God, all of you, this is insane. And then we have NATO allies. Okay, I just saw this tweet, and this kind of made me feel good. It was from stripes.com. It says, the Navy SEALs recently joined German and Lithuanian special operators for 2 weeks of maritime maneuvers and combat tactics at sea in a show of force aimed at reestablishing deterrence in the Baltic region. So that, we have Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany. They are working with a German counterpart for allies in the region. So even though they think they can shut everything out, we still have, oh, you know what? And then we're going to put over here POTUS, because he is doing something here, and then this. There's something working there. Oh, one last thing. I'm sorry I keep getting distracted. This is so Piscean. Endless thoughts and ideas. And haze. Right now, Dark Moon Lilith, I just saw this today, is 27 degrees Libra. Dark Moon Lilith, that is the point where the moon is farthest away from Earth, And I always say, so this is when the moon is moving very, very slowly. Sometimes the moon seems to be moving faster, like when it gets closer to us. But when it gets far away, it takes forever to go through that sign because it's so far away. And symbolically for me is that if the moon represents the mother-child relationship, and the moon is like a child that needs protection, what happens to a child when it's far, far away with no one protecting them, out in the open, vulnerable to anything, to attack it, destroy it, use it, traffic it, exploit it for fun? Because it takes so much closer to get to Mother Earth and get some protection and feel like you're okay. So Dark Moon Lilith for me is leaving people for dead. Don't care about them. In the USA chart, it is 19 degrees Virgo. And then we have Neptune, 22 Virgo. So this 19 degrees Virgo, this rises over the horizon before USA Neptune. But so what happens is Dark Moon Lilith, the pain is always leading Neptune. And I liken Dark Moon Lilith to people of color, to slavery. All those people here are immigrants, are migrants. This is the pain. And what happens is, as they're carrying on, you've got Neptune behind them, and that is the Republican Party always gaslighting, always moving the goalposts. So it's such a burden. It's behind the back. It's, laughing at them. You don't know when this stuff is going to lurk out and scare you. You know what I mean? We had a Pluto return that opposed that, so that has diminished some of that power that the GOP has, because everyone's like, F this. We see it. People are just sick of trying to tolerate this, and now they're trying to do the Nazi thing. So I digress. So right now, it's at 27 degrees Libra. This is Kamala's sun, is 27 degrees Libra. So she has this Dark Moon Lilith with her. The pain of the people, the pain of justice. And when you have this Dark Moon Lilith, everything moves slowly. So even though you've got all this pain and all this stuff to deal with, it takes a while to move through it, okay? So I just wanted you guys to know that about Kamala. Oh, no. Okay. So, where are you, Zelensky? So, what is the setting? What is the setting with the with what happened at the Oval? Because that was so scripted. We knew that's where they were going. So this is the Oval. Zelensky. Oh, Putz, what do you think? La 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 la. Fire. Was that a fiery conversation or what? That was an attack. Attack in the Oval. That's the context. So we have, this is the oval, solar eclipse revolution. Don Julio thinks he's eclipsing Zelensky. He's not. It's on his own doing. And this new moon in Pisces, the sun and moon, guys, he's so screwed, are over here in the 6th house of the house of bad luck and bad fortune. It's enough that Donald's natal chart has Pluto there destroying this area. And it's his demise. It's just bad. It's like everything is just bad luck. Wah, wah. Sad trombone. Wah. He cannot get traction on anything. And now he's got this happening. The sun and moon at this new moon that is feeding the full moon eclipse that is triggering eclipse season into 2025. This is not a good place to start. And also on this chart, I said earlier, I was like, what could possibly happen that would, have people clamoring in the news about what happened there? Well, what that has to do with what is feeding this chart. So this is the eastern horizon. This is the western horizon. Sunrise, sunset. This is the top of chart if you want to think about when the sun's highest in the sky. Bottom of the chart, this is like midnight, okay? So what do we have on the horizon is 1 degree Pisces. This is in the United States natal chart. This is at the top of the chart. This is what we strive for. We have our Saturn and our scales of justice in Libra. It's intercepted, but that's what we're known for: fairness and justice and laws. And so this instant, right out the gate, we've got them in the sky talking about all this bullshittery that they did. I mean, and then I think this is interesting because in the first house, because usually this is like POTUS, Don Julio's always here. This is like the leader, the vitality. But we have dark moon Lilith there, and that is Kamala. She's like somehow in this picture, okay? So it's solar eclipse. Oh my gosh. And then look, so I did a quick teroscope because I just wanted to see what in the world was going on to guide our new moon wishes. This is the oval solar eclipse. Look, this is a 5th house of the president of the office of POTUS. It also has the solar card. Who's getting eclipsed? Okay, so we have Don Julio. Oh, I have to show you guys. I took this deck out. I think last time I used it, I was using these guys with the ghost deck. And I could not believe this card falls out. It somehow went into this deck. And what is it? It's the Page of Pentacles. It's like, it reminded me of votes, but it reminded me also of Elon's guys that he's got like in the treasury and running around stealing data. I just was so shocked that came out. So anyway, so Donald is getting solar eclipsed. What does this mean for this new moon for him, leading to the lunar eclipse? And you guys, you know that lunar eclipse coming up is really, 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 really bad for him, okay? Donald. Like, I was just thinking about his head, but it whack. And then, like, his body is just, ugh. And he is he's trying to stand up, but this is how he's getting eclipsed. Wow. The 10 of Cups. That has been the Republican Party for me in the past. It is families. It is something that is complete. Cups are American. Cups are Americans. I feel like this is more his party. The 4 of Swords. Transmission of data, classified information through a different source. The party transmitting information they shouldn't be with, the Seven of Cups. This just came up, the Seven of Cups. I don't know what it came up for. That they've been trying to hide here. Oh, what is this 21? That is not is this the World card? I think it's a World card. Oh. You guys, I'm telling you that election interference that stuff is coming home to roost. Like we just talked about this, what happened in Romania. This is their global takeover. I started talking about this in 2019, how they were like a rogue virtual nation that was going to use data like through Facebook, Meta, Twitter, to roll governments and democracies and take them over by virtue of data and hacking. So this is also what is getting eclipsed, and full moon eclipses, those are revelations. This is leading to those revelations. So Donald whack, the Nine of Cups. So this, I've been seeing this a lot, like with him and Felonia. I think this is coming to a head, the Nine of Cups. Things are just not working. So it's such a mess. His body, Temperance, it's on the side. This is Temperance is Jupiter is liver. We have water. This looks like a lot of dysregulation for me with his body. And then he's standing here. Grounding him. King of Pentacles. That's Felonia. There goes my throat. Reverse. They are getting eclipse. This is what's setting up the eclipse, you guys. So, I want my nation's leadership to be eclipsed. ASAP. Okay, there's that. JD. Oh my God, JD. Oh, you dork. Look he's getting left out. The Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. It's like left in the box. None for you. You're out. Okay, how obnoxious was he? He was just so obnoxious. How are you guys doing? Purple Sky, will there be more revelations regarding the files and his involvement? You know what? I don't know. But it's like the world knows. And I feel like that stunt with bringing the Tates in, because they're from Romania, and if anyone's going to talk about Romania, they're going to talk about these Tates. That is to refreshen the mind of what you're supposed to talk about and associate with Romania. Not the fact that the president got arrested for the election on 6 charges. So we have that happening all on the same day that Epps files are coming out. This always happens with them. When Roe was announced that it was overturned, what else happened in the background that nobody knew about? Ghislaine Maxwell, the documents from that case was released. And then the FBI released a declassified memo about the Saudis and 9/11 and their activities in the United States. And that document was dated June 14th, 2017. So here we are, 5 years later, they release it. So you have Roe, you have those two things happening, and none of these two things came to the surface. So yes, more and more stuff will come out, but it's going to involve whatever list of activities or events they have to take the narrative back, or they're going to fire this person, or this big scandal blows up. It's going to be hard to get all of that. But the other thing that keeps popping up in my mind is that, Biden secured everything. I don't know if we have like a hard copy of like of the entire infrastructure that we have, because they knew they were going to come in and ruin everything. But it's not gone. Even if they decide to get rid of something, it's still there. Okay, God, JD, God, what a, JD today. Oh my gosh. Related to, this is what he was trying to do for Trump, because he knew Putz was watching as well. And crowning him is just, I just get screaming. And he's like, wants to shrink away. The Page of Swords. What an itty bitty Page of Swords. Foolishness. Wanting to pick a fight. Trying to whack Zelensky over the head. And all of them piled up and ganged up on him. And like, that's like, who watched this? Wasn't that great? So he, the Hermit. So this was pre-planned. They had an idea for it, and it all came out. Oh, talk about being alone. He flopped on this. They planned to do this. He wanted to expose him. La 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 la. Flopped hard. To Donald, he was trying to, the Empress. This is interesting. So he effed up. Because if you want to think of Ukraine and all their mineral riches, that is the Empress. But he had him ushered out. Zelensky walked out before they ever got an agreement. And you don't do that with Don Julio. And he was hoping what he was doing for Putz, that the messages would come in fast and he would be proud, and he would see it as like an attack. What's crowning him with this stunt? That judgment card. Not good. Bad judgment. And this is going to stick. He's forever going to be tainted by this. This is like cause for never again. And beneath him, not so fortunate is he. He came in thinking he could do something and fell super flat. Putz over here. Oh my gosh. There's that Neptune sacrifice card. It has come up, when people pass away, but also for Don Julio back in like 2019, this was him sacrificing democracy. This is reversed. I'm almost getting like a scapegoat here. But he needs to be saved. That's how bad things are. He is just hanging in there, and Putz does not want to be there goes my throat. He doesn't want to be the sacrifice. Donald, what do you know about things going badly for him? He knows the 10 of Pentacles. We're at the end of the road. Look at these people are like trying to escape with their money and stuff. The family, it's like someone's got to leave. He has to save his arse. And Putz, he doesn't want to be sacrificed, and he's hoping Don Julio and all this would do what? He was hoping. There's the Sun card. This wanted to go, like he wanted them to clobber Zelensky. That didn't quite go. It's not right side up because he's not shining so brightly. He is in a world of hurt. Oh my gosh, look at the timing. Okay. So that's what's going on here. That's that dynamic. President Zelensky, on the other hand, he has the 7th house of partnerships. This also has to do with opposition. It's also your open adversaries, okay? but it's also your partnership, your allies, Biden, NATO, everything that's been promised to them. Been promised through them, okay, and his established relationships. So, Zelensky. We're going to use the golden deck here. How are you guys doing? Yeah, Russia is no longer a major power. The military is destroyed. We are at like 1 million. Are we at 1 million casualties yet? Meaning injured and wounded? They have nothing. I mean, they're the biggest weapons supplier to Ukraine because they keep seizing all their equipment. I mean, this is really, really bad. The former Joint Chief of Staff saw that White House stunt, and they're probably having a discussion with military yeah, this was a game changer leading up to a lunar eclipse for a reveal. And like, this is really, really bad. They blew it. So, show me Zelensky. Oh, thank you, Ellen, so much. Beneath. Oh my gosh. There are so many like rays and ties. What goes to POTUS? I have 2 for POTUS. Do they? No. European allies. I love what Europe is building right now for them. And here's NATO. Look how strong that looks. Look at this colossal mess of cards with these guys. The Knight of Swords. He fought back. He fought back to their insults. They were insulting to him. And look at, he clobbers that one. The dragon. Oh, the star. Do you like her bikini? The star. Oh, that's what that 7 of Cups showed up as before. You guys, there is definitely a plan with all of this to out this election stuff. Oh my gosh. And that star came up with it. He needs an agreement. He wants weapons, but things went sideways quickly. And here we have the Page of Pentacles. Wah, wah. The Page of Swords. And this is the deal that they're trying to negotiate. Oh my gosh. And he is the star and the hope for so many. So, Zelensky, we have the Queen of Pentacles. He represents a nation with wealth. Queens are nations. He's got a lot of minerals. He's here to discuss minerals. He's here with this wealthy nation here. He has still talking with Biden. The Hierophant, the organization, the old government, but also it could be like, this just feels like it's like in the background. I think that might be related to like NATO and our allies there. I just got, he's working with Europe too. And the Page of Swords. Look at the cow jumped over the moon. The page. I think he already talked to him. He is so pissed about what happened here. And then he has Zelensky with, you know, our European allies. We have the Judgment. They're all watching. They're all seeing what's going on because they're all wondering what's going to happen with this deal and which side of this is the United States going to fall on. Because there was already a big thing gathering in Europe for the West, and the United States wasn't there. And then this is NATO. The Chariot. They want him in. He has so much support to get him going, get all of this going. This is a winning card. Look at this arcana above him. And beneath, 3 of Swords. Yep, the heartache of having to deal with what they're going through for 3 years. I don't know. Who do you think has the goods and is going to overcome this? Again, this is leading to the lunar eclipse, and that applies to putts here as well. Okay? So, glad to get that out of my system because that was just crazy. How are you guys doing? You meet on March 6th. Who's you? Oh, yeah. Justin Trudeau met at the G7 News. Could you? Okay, if you guys watched Lawrence last night. Oh my gosh. Was it last night? I can't even keep my day straight. But how Don Julio was humiliated again. And I felt like today that was kind of makeup for being humiliated by the press yesterday. But mum's the word on Canada being on a 51st state ever since that journalist brilliantly asked the question, well, if you're going to annex Canada is a 51st state, what does that mean for the King of England and his realm? It was like, thud. It was, everything went quiet in that room. You know what? I'm going to draw some cards for that because that was kind of like a holy shite moment. Why didn't anybody tell me about this? Why didn't anybody tell me we were up against this stuff? I mean, like you could just hear that depends flat to drop on the floor. Oh my gosh. Okay, Don Julio. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going to do this a little bit, and then we'll get into our new moon wishes. If you brought your writing utensils, this is the only time I assign homework, and it is lovely homework. I love this so much with you guys. Okay, so this is leading to our lunar eclipse. Okay, this... Don Old. It's like you could almost see the thought bubbles. I'm going to do thought bubbles. The thought bubbles in his mind. I would like some thought bubbles. So this is him. So that's him. Little thought bubbles. Here's the journal. Okay. Donald. Oh gosh, this just fell out. Okay. He's like, I'm standing up here. Yeah, I'm having this presser. Oh, and the PM. What is the prime minister from that was there? What is his name? PM from, I don't know. Do you guys know his name? Luna G said his face was beat right. It was like, you could see, furious. This guy's laughing. So I'm standing here with my presser. This is me. I'm so... boom. And I got this guy over here. I think maybe this points to this. And yeah, I'm intending to do this. And then we have the journalist over here. Well, he was part of the press. So I'm going to use this because he was representing the Independent. Keir Starmer. Okay. The PM. Okay. This is the journal. He asked great questions. And this is his question about the realm. Now, Donald's head is going to explode. He's like, what? This? Oh my gosh. Yep, he's falling apart. Like, I just want to throw all these, like throwing ketchup on a wall. And then we have the Prime Minister that's trying not to laugh. What do I have here? I guess I'll use this one. The Prime Minister, he's here like, I got to deal with this guy. So he's here. This is what he thinks about the journalist question. And Donald's reaction. I just love tarot cards so much. Okay, so that's him. It was pretty rich. That was a pretty rich question that he asked him. He's just like, you know, looking at his nails, putting on a lipstick. You know, if he was a woman, primping the hair. Donald. Here we have the page. Oh no. What? This is the one. No, this has to be a page. Oh, this is a magician, derp. This is a magician. So he wants to work his magic. Oh, Six of Swords. Ooh, get me out of here. So Donald here, like, this is me. I am the King of Swords. I have a lot to say here. And I'm going to say it all, and you're going to listen to me. And let's see. What did I say this one? Is this just, I think this one's just crowning him. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. The Queen of Wands. He is there as the new leader of this nation. He's a queen. He's a queen. All these countries here, he wants to lead. And so then, and this is how he feels about the PM. The Five of Swords. Oh, he wants to fight him. He wants to steal from him. He can't get one up on him. He's stuck. You know how he likes to talk over people, one up them, blah, blah, blah. This is hard for him, and he wants to do that. So the journo here, the Ten of Pentacles. He's at the top of his game. We're talking about the established press corps. This is what we do in the White House when we're having interviews. But I have this question. What does this mean for the King of England and his realm? That was a really strong question. And he said it in a way, it was such a strong question, but it's like the strength was so hidden. You know, it was a question that weakens Donald. Like, why do I even have to ask this question? Because it's a stupid idea, but it just flattens him. And then all these thought bubbles, he's like, what? The Nine of Swords. What kind of question is this? Instant anxiety, blood pressure up. Ugh, so mad. And like this came up, temperance. How am I going to get out of this? I can't be the magician and like get myself out of this. I didn't know this. I wanted to take them as a state, but I can't. I can't use this one-liner anymore. He's never going to talk about that again, you guys. And the King of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Donald is not king. He can't annex. He cannot annex anymore. It is such a useless, dumb thing. And then we have the Ace of Wands. He clobbered him with that question. And so the PM, this is who they are, is like, Six of Pentacles reverse. I'm not giving you a dang thing. I'm not going to do any quid pro quos with you. I am here because I have to be here because we're always here and we need to discuss these things. I'm not going to give an inch. He's standing here like, oh, slay. Five of Swords. That was, look at, they both have the Five of Swords here. They're both fighting. And he's going to win. He's not going to let this guy walk all over him. And he asked that question and the PM's like, whew, the Queen of Swords, strike. That is a lashing because that's like courts and that is judgment and brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. How are you guys doing? Working on your list of intentions. Okay, so we're going to switch gears here. Oh my gosh, it's already 9 o'clock. Okay, we're going to take a 3-minute break. Was I really talking for an hour already? Oh my gosh, you guys. We're behind. Get your paper and pencil. Oh, I do not like this music. Here we go. Yeah. Put that up here. Put this up here. 3 minutes. 3-minute break. Have some oranges, you guys. Where's my thing? Where's my thing? Here it is. It's right here, derp. 3-minute break. Hurry back. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start with the basic ones to make sure we don't forget those. Okay, I don't like that. What is that? Okay, so when we do our new moon intentions, I am a Scorpio and we're full of desire. So when I write my new moon wishes, I always write, I want. If that phrase, I want, does not work for you, use a different word or phrase that is most appropriate for you. This is just kind of an outline to get us focused. You can write it however you want, but always come back to be centered about you, who you want to be, the environment you want to thrive in, okay? So I'm going to start with these two. I want to handle Venus retrograde with ease. I want to dig deep and know my self-worth. And I want to release any blocks to my relationship, positive relationship with myself. Okay? So I want to handle Venus retrograde with ease. I want to dig deep and know my self-worth. And I want to release any blocks to my positive relationship with myself. I want to just release those blocks with ease. Water signs, you are just going to love this new moon. And I feel like I went out of order, but okay. Let's do one for Mercury retrograde. I want to be clear with my ideas and expression and understanding and communicating. I want crystal clear agreements. I want to notice anything problematic and course correct comfortably. I want a great inner dialogue with myself. Okay. Anyways, I want the vision we're experiencing to be dissolved. That is excellent. This is so Piscean because Pisces is about oneness. We're gonna go that direction too. I want unity and harmony in my relationships. Beautiful. Okay, I want to be clear with my ideas and expression and understanding and communicating. I want crystal clear agreements. I want to notice anything problematic and course correct comfortably. I want a great inner dialogue with myself. Okay? Okay. And we're going to do this one. I want every day approaching, actually it's this whole month, approaching the eclipses to be purposeful, purposeful, and to release what's no longer needed and be open and receptive to the signs that are being revealed to me. I want divine alignment with spirit and the universe, and feel totally at one with it all. Okay. I want every day approaching the eclipses to be purposeful and to release what's no longer needed and be open and receptive to the signs that are being revealed to me. I want divine alignment with spirit and the universe and to feel that oneness with it all. Todd, mine is I create. I love that. Caroline Wade, I want all the dictators to fall and all people across the globe to be safe, healthy, and live in freedom. And that is what this 29th degree Pisces, that is going to be activated by so many planets this year, because planets will also be going forward and retrograding and going forward over this point. I think that happens with Mercury, Venus, Saturn, and Neptune. I don't know if Neptune comes back into Pisces, but these things, that's why this is going to be so active all year. Well, not all, well, so the 29th degree is the one of finality and being done. And with all of this stuff moving out of Pisces, because that has been the crux of the propaganda and the asymmetrical warfare, that has been that's especially blanketed us since 2012 with Neptune's ingress into Pisces. Okay, where was that? Okay, Karen Louise, she says, I want the division we're experiencing to be dissolved. I want unity and harmony in my relationship. So for we the people, I want to feel unified with my nation and her citizens. Oh, okay, let's use a little bit of imagination here. I want to see myself bridging relationships and surprising and being surprised how easy it is to come together. I want to feel my members of Congress, local, state, federal leaders to open their heart and minds to this great nation and to embrace all that we are, who we've been, and honoring this rebellion. I want to feel unified with my nation and her citizens. That's just going to feel so good, you guys. I want to see myself bridging relationships and being surprised at how easy it is to come together. I want to feel and sense my members of Congress. I want to feel them, the leadership, opening their hearts and minds to this great nation and who we are. And to embrace all that we are, who we've been, and honoring this rebellion. Okay, so March is going to be messy. I think this is when these guys come to, okay? So Pisces is a water sign. What else do you guys have there? We want, I want to experience and witness the power of Pisces. And her power to cleanse and heal, and with Saturn to lift the fog we're all engulfed in around the world. May all be protected by the divine feminine and spirit. I want the fascists to end for good. And that is very much a 29-degree mark of culmination and undoing. Undone. Okay, so I want to experience and witness the power of Pisces and the power of cleansing and healing all. And with Saturn there to lift the fog we're all engulfed in around the world. Oh my goodness. May all be protected by the divine feminine and spirit. I want the fascist trends to end for good. I want to see the undoing. I want to see the undoing of dictators. I'm telling you, come first day, the first 2-3 days of Taurus season, eyes on that date. I don't know what it is, but that is a date that is prime to kick these Nazis out. Okay, and it'll just come up and it'll be like whoop. It's going to be surprising to them. Okay. So we have imagination. It's really about this fog lifting. The thing that's also feeding this new moon in Washington, D.C., like we saw today, 1 degrees Libra, the midheaven, the top of the chart for the United States, and it also has to do with fairness, the scales of justice, and the law. There's Kamala. Okay, how are you guys doing? Delphian, I want Bibi arrested and children of Gaza fed, clothed, and cared for. Exactly. Okay, you guys you're good here. Okay. I want to see all U.S. military soldiers, servants, servants, to 100% uphold their oath to our Constitution. I want them to be protected with golden light or whatever colors come into your mind, golden light, to do the right thing, and to stop the insanity, the treachery, and to step up. You guys, they know. And like I think in one of the last videos I did, I was saying how Don Holio and all them, they are entrapped by whatever this thing is that's planned about putts and election interference and what's going on around the globe. They are all entrapped. I don't know if they realize that yet, but what I mean by entrapped is that they're stuck to like all the evidence that is out there. And like the more crap that they do, it keeps reinforcing that. And every time I tune into that energy, it just seems so small. Like they think they're all that, kind of like the yolk of an egg, but they are surrounded by the whites in a shell. It's like they're contained to a certain extent. Oh, by the way, have we heard what SCOTUS decided on? I can't even remember what the ruling was. It was supposed to come out today, and then it was this evening. Oh, SCOTUS. We gotta go there. It's time to lift the veil. It is time to lift the veil with SCOTUS. Enough of this idiocy. I don't know why sedition comes to mind. And rampant corruption. Grow a spine and use your power. Because DT always shrinks like a violet when challenged. He's not even a violet. It's time to lift the veil with SCOTUS. There needs to be accountability. Enough of this idiocy, sedition, and rampant corruption. I want them to grow a spine, use their power, because Donald will fold. Oh, be guided to maneuver within the fog that isn't lifted. I want civil disobedience as to Trump's misuse of executive powers and impairment of the Doge. The Doge has got to go. I want those Doge bags out of here. I want them arrested for breaking and entering, and theft and their acts of war on the USA and her citizens. Get these mofos out. People are furious about this. So I want Doge gone. I want them arrested for breaking and entering and theft and their acts of war on the United States and her citizens. Get the mofos out. I want U.S. aid. I want U.S. aid reinstituted now. They are not going to kill 56 million people because they don't have malaria nets. I cannot believe how much we do with U.S. aid. I knew it was big, but when you start putting the numbers together, I want all U.S. aid employees safe abroad and at home. And I want USAID fully functioning. I want this cabinet to be stopped and punished for their treachery. Okay, I want USAID reinstituted now. I want all USA employees safe abroad at home, and I want USA fully functioning for the rest of the world. I want this cabinet to be stopped and punished for their treachery. Put this on. How are you guys doing? Oh my God. How do we get stuck with this mofo? Felonia. This is what I want, universe. No more. Get them out. USAID is 1 million metric tons of grain shipped to 18 countries. The money stays here. Goes to farmers. Yep. Oh my gosh. FAA. I want safe airlines. Safe air travel. I want safety in our skies, at our airports. I want our FAA, not a Doge FAA. I want those Doge contracts canceled. I want our FAA. I want radical support for and independence of for FAA. I want crashes to end. How are you guys doing? I want the sanctity of this nation's relationship with Mexico and Canada restored. Amen. And our bonds of love and friendship strengthened. Yes. Do I have another one? How did you write that? I want the sanctity of our nation's relationship with Mexico and Canada fully restored. And our bonds of love and affection to return. I want them to know how truly sorry we are. That wasn't a campaign promise. That came out of the blue. I want DT to unsuccessfully isolate the U.S. I want our economy and resources protected. Yeah, I want Thomas to retire too. What else you guys got? Oh, yes. It's time. We are done with the plutocrats. That is what Pluto Aquarius is. It is rejection of the plutocrats because they thrived with Pluto Capricorn. Let's see. I want billionaires and corporations to pay their fair share. To willingly, we're not going to fight about this anymore. Pay their fair share. I want plutocrats out of our government. I want the citizens' boycotts to hit them hard. I want to smoke peyote on the Navajo reservation with my Indian brothers at a Sundance. That sounds like fun. Antoinette's granddaughter. I want the world to know without a doubt the election was stolen. Was stolen and considered an act of war by Putz. I want him removed from my life experience. Stat. Yeah, this 29th degree, this is about endings. So I want billionaires and corporations to willingly pay their fair share. I want plutocrats out of our government. I want the citizens' boycotts to hit them hard. I want the world to know, without a doubt, the election was stolen and considered an act of war by Putz. I want him removed from this earth. And my experiences, stat. You guys, how you doing? You know what we have? This moon is getting to Mercury and Neptune, and I feel like even though we're writing these, can't you feel kind of that cloudy haze around them? Like, like they're bubbles going around. It's like, here we go. I want all of our new moon wishes grounded deeply and solidly. Here you go. Do you feel that, you guys? Into earth. Pisces rules the feet. I want to walk barefoot and feeling these wishes sprout and emerge upward through our planet and our nation everywhere. That feels so much better. It was feeling kind of nebulous and not tangible, but this just feels like it grounded it. Just Joy, I have to leave you now. Peace and prayers. Peace and prayers to you as well. Tell me I want Elon place that community service and have to flip burgers at McDonald's. Watch it. I'm a MERGOAT. My MERGOATS, you guys. So you guys remember my MERGOATS? I've been saying them again, and it's kind of like I felt through them. We have to keep doing this every month, because we had to get through the upheaval and change of Pluto going into Aquarius this is how I felt before we could keep going again. But my MERGOATS, they remind me of kind of, if the sign for Capricorn is a fish. No, it's a goat. I'm sorry. It is a goat, but this is the sign for Capricorn. I can't draw a goat, but the goat for Capricorn has a tail like this because it emerges from the water. So it is rooted in the earth and her waters in creation, and it's the goat because the goat always scales to the highest point and never loses its balance. So it's like if you could imagine a clip art mermaid. She almost looks like Dora the Explorer. But it's like black and white though, because it's out there in the ethers, in the space. But she kind of has this tail. And she's on a chariot riding. And what she's riding towards, oh, I can feel this. It's all of that space that it's like their only purpose. I'm seeing so many of them right now. Their only purpose is to help grow our wishes. Like that's their job. They don't feel guilty. They don't feel bad about it. It's as normal to them, like as to us with breathing, with growing. That's just what they do. And I'm seeing a ton of mergoats flooding in to take hold of these wishes and bring them to fruition. I don't think I've ever seen so many at once. It kind of reminds me of, here I'm going back to the Marvel movies, but the Valkyries, is that how you call them? On their winged horses and chariots, and their swords, they would fight. It's like seeing like masses and masses of them, but it's but they're just kind of like these. I don't want to say like if clip art could be a hologram in just like black and gray. That's kind of what it looks like to me. I want the trickle down line to actually pour down like rain and fill everyone's cups and overflow. Okay. Oh. I want my tax return ASAP. I want IRS agents, all of them, on the job. Because none got fired. Mergoats on the starboard side. I want to learn. I love feta. Passionately writing with intention. We never forget about our mergoats. Thank you to the mergoats. Very good. Oh, purple sky, yes. I want 47's corruption and theft totally exposed that pierces the most hardened MAGAs, demanding his removal and finally seeing the light. And how wonderful to have an unexpected alliance with them. Oh boy. I want Mayor Adams to be removed and all the sanctuary cities to be protected and respected. I love that. What else do we have here? I want the implementation of the perfect tax model. Let's see. I want our treaties with Native Americans honored and corporations to get their fat fingers off our lands. Gosh, how did we get to this point? I want all federal employees. I want all federal employees protected. Okay. Whew. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here We've been gone for quite a while. This is an excellent start, you guys. And please keep writing, keep writing. This moon is moving on. It is going to touch Neptune, and it is going to touch the North Node. That's why I wanted the moon to get far enough away from Saturn that we could be closer on the upswing to have this move forward. Okay? Thank you, Stace. Oh my gosh, I want Cannon, Thomas, and Alito, and Peach. Yeah, that loose cannon, she's got to go. Okay. Thank you, William Morgan from Colorado. Okay. Do we have anything else? Do we have anything else? If we continue to do intentions as we go to sleep tonight, they will reach the inner planes. Yeah. Put your wishes under your pillow. Why not? Peace, hug, positive energy, and courage exchange helping us grow. From my soul, source of unconditional love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, great job, you guys. I'm so glad we did this. This is going to pay off, okay? Good night. We'll see you later.